Michelle is a regional manager at Little River Grill. She is in charge of several locations in the Southeast. She is visiting 3 different locations in the Atlanta area that have been having various issues that corporate would like for her to address. Each store is suffering from low sales numbers, however each store has been having different issues. Seisha is the general manager at the Peachtree location and has been with the company in that location for several years. Recently, Seisha has been receiving poor customer service reviews. Ziad is an ambitious new manager for Little River Grill. Ziad manages the highway location, and his restaurant has been given suboptimal health inspection ratings. Julie is the manager at the downtown location, and her restaurant has been having inventory issues.
Man, where is she? I've been waiting on her for 15 minutes. There you are. What are you doing? I've been waiting on you for the past 15 minutes. And here you are taking photos of yourself to put on Facebook.
Did we have a meeting today?
Yes, that's today. So while I'm here, yeah, look at your little calendar, it was today. So while I'm here, let's go ahead and get this done. I've been sitting out there 15 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so as you know, I've been looking at the quarterly reviews for the stores here in this location. And like always, you're on the list for having terrible customer service. I need you to get that up.
Okay, well, first of all, this is my first time seeing this. And all of these issues that you listed seem to be things that I can't control. The servers being rude, the food being cold, I can't control those things.
Well, I've been here multiple times discussing this with you. We've talked about it over and over again. And actually, they are things that you can't control. If your customers are being rude, you replace them. If the food is cold, you see what's going on with your cooks in the kitchen. And if you don't do this, then I'll have to close this location.
I agree with you. You have been here multiple times, and I really don't understand why, because I'm telling you, I've tried all those things that you're telling me, and they're not working. These are things that I can't control.
Well, how about I just fire you?
You're gonna fire me?
Yes.
You can't fire me. I'm the face of this location. The Peachtree location is started and finished with Seisha Jones. You can't get rid of me. The customer's loyalty is to me. If I leave, they will leave.
Well, Seisha Jones can be replaced. I need you to get your customer numbers up.
You can't replace me because my dad's on the board as well. I've been here longer than you.
Okay, maybe you're right. But I need you to get these customer reviews up.
I can't control these things. What they post on sites and Twitter and Facebook, I can't control those things.
But of course you wouldn't know what they post because you're always on Facebook and Twitter instead of out there getting your employees in line.
I don't understand why you're in my store. Clearly all of the stores in your region are failing, so it's clearly something that you're doing.
Michelle used the retribution approach to try to influence Seisha to get her customer service ratings up. The upside to using retribution is that it can bring quick, direct action. However, it stifles commitment and creativity, it engenders resentment, it forces management to keep the heat on, and it may be considered unethical. Managers should use retribution when they have complete power, when commitment and quality are not important, when there are tight time constraints, when subordinates have committed serious violations, when they have specific, unambiguous requests, and when resistance to the request is likely. Subordinates can attempt to neutralize the retribution strategy by using countervailing power to shift dependence to interdependence, by confronting the manipulator directly, and by actively resisting.
Hey, Ziad.
Hi, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
Not bad at all.
Good to see
Good
you.
to see you too. Receive.
Thank you. Well, as you know, I'm here in the area visiting all the stores. Been looking at our quarterly numbers. Just want to visit everybody, let them know where they stand. Before I get into that, though, I just want to let you know there's something I noticed when I was walking around the store, that there was like some dust in the vents, and you had, dish rags laying around, which leads me to something that's of concern for this quarter for your location, and that is the health inspection. Your scores are down. You have 2 criticals. I know you're a new manager, and a lot of these issues were here before you started, but I think 2 months is enough time to try to help increase our health inspection score?
Well, the thing about it though is that I was asked to work on several issues at the same time. So I prioritized, and the priority was for improving ticket time, hiring new staff because we were short in staff, and the health inspection is not till the next within the next 3 months. So I have more time to work on that later on, as long as I get these two issues fixed. And I'm already doing well with the hiring part, working more on the ticketing time. So I think the health inspection could wait a little bit, even though it is important. And we don't have any major problems that might cause some liability towards us.
Well, you do have other things going on that's important, but I really think the health inspection score is very important because once we get 3 criticals, they're going to shut us down. If they shut us down, it hurts the business. This information is all in newspapers, it's all online, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and we really need to try to correct this. I think some things you can do is try to ensure that your employees, are cleaning, between customers or whatever. They need to get up there and clean the vents that I saw when I was walking around. So what do you think about this? So if you work on getting your health inspection scores up, I'll give you a bonus.
That sounds good, but I wanted to remember though that when I was hired, I was not told how challenging the things I have to fix within a very short period of time. The store was not running as smoothly as I thought it would be, and there were a lot of things that a lot of responsibilities that I didn't anticipate. I was hired on the lower scale of the position, and that was acceptable, reasonable at the time. But given the problems that need and responsibility, I think that you should consider giving me a raise. And I promise, that I would resolve all the issues we talked about within the next 3 months and increase sales by at least 20%.
A raise. Well, a bonus is something I can do right now, but a raise would be a later conversation. You would have to prove to me that you can get the health inspection scores up. As a matter of fact, an A. You get an A, you and I can have that conversation about you getting a raise. But right now, a bonus will have to do.
Well, that sounds good as long as you're considering that for now. And I'm sure that we could get all these issues resolved in a short period of time. And I really thank you for considering giving me the raise. We'll make it happen. We'll make it work. And I'm looking forward to proving it to you very soon.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. It looks like we're going to be moving in the right direction.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Looks like
you.
we are.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you too.
Michelle attempted to use the reciprocity approach to convince Ziad to get his health ratings up. The upsides of using reciprocity are that it engenders less resentment than using the retribution approach, and justification for the request is not required as it is with the reasoning approach. However, reciprocity requires time to negotiate and build trust. Everything becomes viewed as negotiable, and management may eventually run out of rewards. Reciprocity is best used when the needs are specific and short-term, when established exchange norms exist, if there is adequate time for negotiating, when both parties are viewed as trustworthy, when commitment to broad values are not critical, and when the parties are mutually dependent. Subordinates can attempt to neutralize the reciprocity strategy by examining the intent of the gift or favor, by confronting the manipulator, and by refusing to bargain.
Oh, hey, Michelle.
Hey, Julie. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
How was your trip into Atlanta?
Oh, the traffic in Atlanta.
You're
But I
right.
made it through, so I'm here now.
Oh, good.
Well, I scheduled this meeting with you because I've been looking over the quarterly reports for all of the stores. And as you can see here, it shows that your inventory is down, that you're running out of inventory very frequently. And I think that you need to, when you get down to 10% or level 2, you need to go ahead and reorder so you make sure your stock is up.
But if I'm reordering food that often, I'll have delivery trucks running in and out of here every day. I mean, the easiest way I've found to do it is I just order one set of everything, and then I only have one big delivery a week. I mean, I don't think we're running out of food that often.
Well, corporate policy states here at Little River that when you get down to 10 cases of, let's say, ribeye or beer, you should go ahead and reorder so you can make sure you have this stuff on inventory when customers come in.
Well, I know. As the manager, though, I mean, shouldn't I be able to make these decisions, like my inventory, how and when to order? I mean, I've been the manager here for 3 years, and it's worked for me this way all this time. I mean, yeah, I do run out of food sometimes, but every restaurant does it. It happens. I mean, are you saying we're the only restaurant who ever runs out of food?
No, not saying that at all. And I understand that you are the store manager, and we do encourage our store managers to make their own decisions. But in this situation, with you being short on inventory, it's really hurting the store. Like, the customers are walking out because you don't have their tilapia or their ribeye. It's hurting our sales because these customers are walking out. I just really think we need to get these numbers back up.
Well, I just don't think that this will work at this particular location. I mean, this is just the way I'm used to doing things, and plus I would have to have extra staff on hand to do all this restocking. I mean, this is just not how we're used to handling things here in Atlanta.
Well, please understand that this location is part of a corporate organization, and it can have a great effect on the employees here if we don't get these numbers up. You know, they can end up losing their job because we have to cut back, or, you know, the store can end up closing. So that's why I'm coming to you with the things that need to be done to improve the sales inventory, which will also improve our sales numbers.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and maybe I'm being a little out of line, being so set in my ways. I'm willing to make a change. I do want our restaurant to improve and for our sales to be better. And so, yeah, I'll do whatever I need to do to make a change and to improve our inventory processes. So our sales will be better next quarter, I promise.
That sounds great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. It was good seeing you.
See you.
Michelle chose to use the reasoning strategy with Julie to influence her to get her inventory management in line with corporate policy. The upsides of the reasoning strategy are that there is less need for surveillance, it enhances initiative, commitment, and creativity, and it leads to better performance evaluations and higher job satisfaction. However, it takes time to build trust and requires a common set of visions and goals. The reasoning strategy is best used when there is adequate time for extensive discussion, the parties share common goals and values, the parties share mutual respect, and the parties will continue to have an ongoing relationship. Subordinates can attempt to neutralize management's reasoning strategy by explaining the adverse effects of compliance on performance, defending their personal rights, and firmly refusing to comply.